The president has been in the tour of Western Province. Then he went to Nyanza for 4 days. And in Nyanza, there were a couple of things he did. First of all, he was talking about the sugar industry and said that he'll write off 117 billion sugar debt in that region. Also, he went to Kisumu shipyard, and that's the first time he ever said that he congratulated the former President Uhuru's foresight in actually establishing a shipyard where we can repair and do that dock work in Kisumu. Then, a few days earlier, Rigathi Gachagua, deputy president, famously known as Riggy,
yes, the one and only.
The one and only.
The guy who keeps it real.
The man who of shares, the man of the truthful men, said that he's going to look for Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president, and go for a handshake. What is happening?
So I know what's happening. What's happening is that they have just now started to work. Because remember, in the last 10 years of President Uhuru's reign is for kings, tenure, his deputy, who was His Excellency, Ruto, he spent his time campaigning for 10 years. So he didn't have skin in the game. And now they've gotten onto the ground and they've realized there was actually a method in the madness. And they've realized, people were actually working, people are actually thinking. But I was thinking about it. It also happens to us, to be fair to them. You know the way you're always telling your parents, why did you do this? Why did you do this? And then one day you wake up and you become your parents. You're like,
that reality check.
Yes, the reality check.
Yeah, then you realize, oh, I have to pay all this.
How did you pay all that school fees?
Yes.
How did you really manage?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's what is happening. And I think for me, let me just say, politics or not politics, I think it's an important inflection point in Kenya today. But I also think there could be handshake that has already happened. So we are just being prepared.
But I like what you said, even to build even what you said, that whole parents, like, because even going further, it's the I can do it without you. That was the mentality, like firstly, I can do it without you, hence now I will put so many blockades and I'll do so many things that will actually now inflicting, you remember those scandals of like how, now the former president's like, now land has been now vandalized, parcels have been taken here and there. Now it's like a reconciliation in the sense that, I'm seeing the importance of having you on my good side to some extent, because having you against me, I'm seeing where I will be in a lot of issues, and I'm seeing that will be a big blockade to actually getting things done, and hence that will limit me in trying to get my re-election bid that he wants later on when the other elections come. So yes, what you actually said was actually true. I see that realization of I can't do this on my own. I need friends, not enemies. That's what
because he had started afresh. There was so much enmity, even though government is supposed to be a going concern.
Yes.
It was like they had just a clean slate. The people in the former regime are kind of, as a citizen, that's how I feel, that they didn't want anything to do with the former regime. Then they realized, okay, we need to be a going concern. And now we are on the right track.
True. Actually, I would say maybe the winning part, like I won. Now it's my time. Let me first breathe, shine, enjoy my seat, and all this. Now work started. Now they're starting now this is work. Where do I start from? How am I going to do it? Because now the celebration time is at least they're putting it a bit behind because they've enjoyed and celebrated enough. Celebrating with the past government would have been like, how would people know that I have won? It's me now. So they were planning to train us to understand I am the winner, but now let us now shuffle, shift, and then sit down and start working. So if it's working, anyone can come on board, including the former government, of which handshake might have happened because, these people are friends out there. They're just political rivals, but as friends, they are friends out there.
So what happens is that what I've learned in politics is that when you see the wars across East and Central Africa and the instability, Kenya remains a very important partner of the West. And when we are going to an election and our president is seen as a Western favorite, So what has happened is that Ruto has been elevated into that position where he's been told your job is to make sure that there's peace across the Eastern Central Africa by the Western powers. Now, coming back home, there's something which is called the talks in Bomas, which is going on. When you see the former Nigerian President Obasanjo coming to Kenya, I always tell Africans that whenever Obasanjo comes, whenever he comes to any country, just know he's been sent by the West.
Oh, really?
He's
Why?
the errand's boy.
Wow, he's the West errand boy.
Yes.
How
When,
did you come to that
Are you
conclusion?
serious?
when Charles Taylor of Liberia was told to abdicate, the first person who was sent was the former President Obasanjo to Liberia. He refused. He was given an offer. The next time Ban Ki-moon came with the soldiers and he was overthrown. So the moment Obasanjo came to Kenya and met Raila, former premier, and Ruto, the handshake was done. So what we are moving on is the method of putting it to the public.
Okay.
But
Okay.
privately,
Things
It
have
is-
already
it's
been
done.
it is done.
Things